Good morning. Good morning. Back here in Maine today. Amazing. You can change your whole life in a day, right? Oh, man. We're back. We're set up. Back in Studio B. Rocking and rolling on short sleep. How you guys doing? Good to see you. 49. Sleep's cool. I can't sleep in a plane that well, Um, it's just hard, We don't all get a nice big seat like Mr. Rosenberg up front. The flights went well. Some thunderstorms were in the area, but I was hopeful that we weren't going to get delayed, as I was anxious to get home and see Wendy, and that's exactly what happened. So we we didn't get delayed. We got home. I got home, so it went very well. You think about that, for everything that goes on in the airline industry today, to be able to coordinate all that kind of stuff on the daily. No doubt they have hiccups, and sounds like I thought of Steve this morning when one of those big things that he flies, I think this was a 787, went down in India Air. One went down, which is sad. A couple hundred people perished. So, yeah, so we have to be careful what we joke about sometimes. But anyway, yeah, hated to see that. Touring Man is here. Good to see you. Rachel Berlin is back, rocking a 9.5. Roy Dahl in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, I've got my comments down here to the right. Facebook hasn't been playing very well with us lately, and able to get it public and have my comments up and all the good stuff. So we'll get it figured out. They just, when you start figuring things out on streaming and all that stuff, they change it. So yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? Pop in the chat. Everybody's doing well. Dave Howard, we're back to our 8 a.m. slot. The Dave Howard 8 a.m. hour. How you doing, buddy? Kevin Lee, good to see you. How are you? What's happening? Cup 3 today of probably many more. I looked at my schedule, and we shifted some coaching clients around. So when I do that Houston trip, it ends up with Thursday and Friday being a jam-packed day. But we got this. I've noticed that. Coffee is really good this morning. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, absolutely, Dave. Good to see you here. Appreciate you inviting people. Had to throw somebody out of the summit group this morning. Yeah, we don't. I think it was. What's one thing you're not doing now that you used to? And they kind of called somebody out. It was just kind of a shitty thing, and we don't do that in the summit. So keep that stuff to yourself. Air your laundry out somewhere else. And I don't do warnings. So people that step outside the lines with regard to our group rules, I guess, get Billy jacked right out the door. So anyway, yeah, good to see you, Kevin. I saw your pictures with the granddaughter, I think. Yeah, good to see. That's the grandparent stuff is good. Something I'm looking forward to someday, but not today. Right? Yeah, exactly. Well, we've been talking emotional intelligence, and things were a little bit chopped up here the last few days when I was in Texas. I appreciate you guys rolling with me on the 8:30 start time a couple of days there, and we kind of had a pivot. These guys go to the gym for like 2 hours in the morning. We leave at, we get up at 3:45 Texas time. So that's Central, which is 4:45 here. And they're going at it. They're serious. And it was good for me because I got to establish a little bit more consistency than I've been able to model here. And sometimes that's what it takes, is somebody just kind of kicking you in the ass a little bit, of being like, hey, come on, let's go. Let's show you we can get this done. And so it's got me fired up to make a little bit deeper commitment to not a little bit, a lot deeper commitment to getting stuff done and making sure we prioritize getting to the gym or doing the workout or just doing the thing, right? Because it's not, we do all this stuff and you work and you do all your life and whatever, and it doesn't really matter if you're not healthy and don't have a good set of wheels going down the road. Speaking of going down the road, Dave Brackett is here and he's driving. He's a 9 out of 10. Who can argue? Yeah. Rachel said, enjoyed the extra Steve Rosenberg appearances. Yeah, I'm gonna let the oatmeal thing slide. I got to tell you, he showed up with that bowl of oatmeal yesterday. We'll let that slide. He was good. He was good, but what I was worried it was going to be. We don't do that. I'm like giving him the side eye. We had fun. We have a lot of laughs. We did his 2-day takeoff event, and he ended up was able to get a few new clients signed up, which is fantastic. And I think the next one is July, the week of the July 12th, whatever that is, 11, 12, or 12, 13, something like that. I should have had my shit together on that. But if you're interested in checking that out, let me know. We'll get you down to Houston. It's 2 days of just straight business learnings, if you will, across the board: marketing, sales, systems, management, leadership, mindset, you name it. He talks about it. It's a great experience, and everybody enjoyed it a lot. So, and we were down there having just worked out every day. So we were getting up early. There were some long days. Yeah. LOL. You gave him a couple of looks though. He doesn't care. He just laughs at me like you do, Brackett. Shit. It's like, yeah, I'll bring my oatmeal. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, we had a good time. And we get a lot done and talk some business and all that stuff, and plot some world domination together. So we'll be talking more about that as we kind of play off one another to help as many people as we can, because we both kind of come from the same place, and we're not leading with, hey, how much money can you pay me? It's more like how many people can we help? And you get paid later. So Dave, yeah, right. Yeah, reminds me of the old high school days where you'd be eating that bowl of Captain Crunch at the bar, Brackett. And I'd just be looking at him like, you going to be doing that for much longer? Yeah. Anyway, good to be back. Okay weather, I guess. Not too shabby. But I did have to tell somebody in the aisle last night coming into DC that I didn't appreciate them getting up when the plane landed and just stuffing their butt right in my face and my seat. So as you can imagine, that didn't go very well for that person. And we had a nice little conversation about it, and everybody was fine. So, and I said, excuse me, I'm the guy that talks about emotional regulation and how to control your emotions. Oh, shit. Oh, well, sometimes people just, gotta very nicely let somebody know that they're, being a jerk. So it was all right. It was fine. We didn't have any it didn't escalate. Anyway, today I want to continue with our 10 days, get back on track. We were kind of all over the place here the last couple of days with Steve jumping in, and we had a good time. Bracket. And I want to talk about social skills as it relates to emotional intelligence, or as they relate to emotional intelligence, just kind of building stronger relationships. I mean, how often do you feel misunderstood in conversations? Have you ever left a meeting or a party, social gathering, whatever, wishing you'd kind of handle something differently? Maybe somebody got the drop on you, said something to you, and you're like, I wish I had another shot at that one. But today we're gonna talk about how emotional intelligence enhances your social skills, making it easier to connect and communicate and just build stronger relationships, more meaningful relationships, right? So Peter Drucker says the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. I like that one. Most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. So we're paying attention, guys, right? We're listening, just not to just respond. We're listening to hear, to digest, right? High emotional intelligence helps you navigate complex situations, right? Helps you navigate it with ease. And whether it's in personal relationships, at work, or even networking scenarios where you're seeing a variety of people, social skills allow you to not only understand your emotions, but also the emotions of others, right? It's not just all about us. And this enhances your ability to engage, empathize. Remember, we talked about empathy, and respond appropriately, so that you're not being a lunk over on the sidelines, right? And acting like a caveman. Have some social skills, man. Right? Wendy Lead is watching. Wendy Lead is watching. Wendy Lead is watching. Every day, baby. Yeah. Let's talk about social skills as emotional intelligence in action, right? How about empathy? Like I said, understanding others' emotions and responding in ways that make them feel heard and understood. Simple as that, right? Active listening, more of that, right? Being present and fully engaged in conversations. This fosters trust and respect. Have you ever been talking to somebody, you know they're not listening? I've just stopped talking one time. Until they noticed I wasn't talking anymore, right? I was, what? I didn't think you were listening. How about conflict resolution? Using emotional intelligence to to manage disagreements constructively and focusing on collaboration rather than confrontation. It doesn't always have to be a confrontation. Unless, of course, someone stands up in the aisle when you're coming into DC. Let's talk about like a work situation, like a manager with high emotional intelligence notices a team member seems off during a meeting, right? Great example. Instead of ignoring the change of behavior, this manager asks the team member privately if everything is okay. Just, hey, everything going on? What's happening? Just this small act of empathy can open the door for a deeper conversation, and it creates a stronger working relationship. Don't you want to work with somebody that cares, so notices maybe when you're off a little bit? So David doesn't. Yeah, I would, right? And I have before. So how do you develop these social skills through emotional intelligence, though, right? We can talk about it. It's like, hey, be emotionally intelligent, have social skills, right? How do we do it? You practice the empathy, right? Take the time to understand other people's perspectives, others' perspectives by putting yourself in their shoes. Ask questions like, well, how would I feel if I were in their position? And answer honestly, be brutally honest. Hey, Tim, good morning. Tim Bartolini's here. Then active listening is another one. Focus on what the person's saying without planning your response, while they're talking. You ever just miss what somebody's saying because you can't wait for them to shut up so you can say what you want to say? That's not active listening. Okay. Show that you're listening through body language and verbal affirmations. Maybe you're nodding. Okay. You maybe, thinking about things. They can tell you're receiving the information by using, say, nonverbal cues. Like I said, facial expressions, tone of voice when you respond is big. Escalating something, de-escalating something, right? It can help you show that you understand how they feel without using words. And then give constructive feedback. Use emotional intelligence to offer feedback in a way that's respectful of others' feelings, encouraging growth, and then creating without creating defensiveness, right? You ever say something to somebody and they automatically get defensive? Maybe take a look at how you presented it. Maybe it's not the message, but it's the delivery. Dave says, that's interesting. How did that make you feel? Yeah. Rachel says that goes a long way to notice that person on your team and reach out privately. Yeah, exactly. Wendy's posting the links. Look at her go, guys. She's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and again, yeah, you could maybe it's a manager in a meeting. It notices that something's up and comes across with maybe a calming tone. Maybe diffuses some personal conflict or something like that. So, yeah. How about some action steps? You're going to get the action step. Reflection. Just reflection. Maybe, we talk a lot about this, guys, self-awareness and just reflecting about recent conversations that you've had where maybe you could have listened more actively or been more empathetic. What would the outcome have been if you had applied emotional intelligence to the situation? This isn't just you don't have to own a business to be practicing this stuff, guys. You can do it, if you're a W-2 employee or what, you can practice it in social settings, in your family, in your meetings. It doesn't matter. It's all the same stuff, right? So today, or maybe in your next conversation even, focus on just truly listening and responding with empathy. Practice noticing those nonverbal cues and adjusting your tone to match the emotional context of the conversation. Pay attention. Just pay attention. It's not rocket science. Pay attention, give a shit, have some empathy. Pay attention to what somebody's saying. Listen. Don't listen to just react or respond. Listen to be involved in the conversation. Okay? Drop a fist pump in here if you're gonna try to use some social skills today as a way to extend emotional intelligence. So think about it. Social skills are the bridge between you and others. Think about it that way, right? You're just building bridges. Helps you build that bridge with authenticity, understanding, and respect. Simple as that, right? The more you apply these skills, the stronger your relationships will be, both personally and professionally. Yeah, check out Bailey's page, 21 Digital, digital media company. Matt Blood is here. Good to see you, brother. Didn't see you hiding in there. Yeah, little fist pump. Kevin Lee with the fist pump. Yeah, great. Good point, Rachel. Put your phone down when talking to somebody. Don't be like, what does it mean? What does it say if you're looking at your phone, or maybe you're looking at your watch or whatever? Look right at them. Connect. Okay. Just a show of respect, really. So Wendy Lead is watching. Yeah. Well, tomorrow we're going to dive into managing emotions in conflict. Okay. I probably should have done that today. Oh, man. The guy told me to relax. I said, relax. I said, I'm the only one sitting down. You guys are in a World War III to get your bag out of the overhead so you can conk me on the head with it, and we can all stand here for the next 20 minutes. I don't get it. Nobody's going anywhere. You got an A+ today. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Dude was big too. He would have cleaned me up in a hurry. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Like Toby Keith said when he used to play in his band, play the clubs in the early days, and that fight would break out, he'd jump down off stage and get into it. He cleaned that up. He said, "Hey, we had to take care of it at the door. They played for the door." So, but the line I always remember that he said is, sometimes some people just got to have it. So yeah, be nice to people, don't be a jerk. It's a real study in human behavior, human dynamics when you travel, especially down around row 27. You buy the ticket in the last couple of weeks, you end up in the back of the plane, and it's a street fight back there. Josh Baker, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Back in Maine this morning. Got a bunch of calls today and tomorrow. We get squared up on some things. Got a fun weekend planned. We're going to a housewarming party, so that'll be fun. And just chill out. Wendy held down the fort here without me. Jimmy is home and doing well. Still got some stuff going on, but I'm going to see him today, and I'm excited about that. And he just had a tough road, got the oxygen going and just stuff going on cardiac wise, and being 82 and having had some major heart stuff back 30 years ago. So he's, we're praying for him and hoping he's going to be doing all right. So it's a little bit better every day, and then there can be another challenge or a setback. So I'm going to make sure I get over and spend some time with him today, and wanted to make it back and make sure he's doing okay. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day today. Kick ass, take names. Don't touch other people's stuff. Be good to one another. Think about others, and think about how you're showing up in your conversations. Okay. Have some social skills, some social graces. Think about how your behavior, what you say and what you do may be affecting others. Okay. And that's what I got for you today, right? See how long this train runs on. How many hours of sleep? I got a 49. I think I got about 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm on the clock, baby. It'll be a crash and burn about 2:30 this afternoon. Kapow. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Bill Sigler is home as well. That's great to hear, Dave. I know he had that motorcycle accident. And Dan Perkins, who also had a motorcycle accident, is home and doing much better as well. So, you guys be careful. You get those bikes out, and there's sand on the road, and people aren't paying attention, and things get crazy quickly. So yeah, don't forget to check out Tyler Kirk's link on Legacy Media. Tyler's the man. If you got some branding stuff going on, want to check out what kind of digital footprint you're making. He is probably one of the more intentional people that I've come across in that space. Really just begins with the end in mind, and can talk you through all of that stuff. If you've got a website that someone else built and you're wondering why it's not producing, or lead flow is off, or anything like that, Tyler can dive into that. So you can schedule a call with him and check out what he's got to offer. Yeah, can keep your butt out of other people's faces. Come on, man. That's where I draw the lines. Like right here. Like, dude, come on. You know, it's like 9 o'clock at night. We just hit DC. You're not going anywhere. Get back in your seat. All right. Guys, have a great day. I appreciate you all. Thanks for following along. Thanks for what did we say? Hashtag SBS share Bob's shit. Yeah, we had 4 or 5 shares yesterday or the day before. So it really does make a difference, guys. I appreciate you all. Let me know if I can help you in any way. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Take care.